This is Real Estate Talk Boston, joined right now by Joni Shore from Coldwell Banker, luxury real estate specialist. Thanks for stopping by.
My pleasure.
And Joni, everybody wants to know how the high-end luxury real estate market is moving with all the TV shows that are out there, and everybody's watching $1 million listing. People gravitate to that high-end market. How are you seeing it right now in the greater Boston area?
I see it in the city that it's pretty steady. And because the city is so vibrant, there's so much to do in the city, people gravitate to the city, they go to symphony, they go to opera, they go to the restaurants, everything is high-end.
There's a lot going on in the city.
A lot going on. So even when you live in the suburbs, you go into the city to go to the theater or to go to the opera or to go to great restaurants. And outside the city, in the 2.0 million to 4 million luxury homes, they're selling probably 10 months it takes to sell. Now when you move 4 million and over, that could take 22 months. And I studied this market. It's also on MLS, and our global luxury director had mentioned that to me, and he studies all of the markets.
So as you move farther out of the city, it might just take a little bit longer.
Oh yeah, it takes a little bit longer.
It all comes down to pricing it right, especially in that segment of the market.
Oh yeah, you have to price right in any segment of the market. The lower end, the medium end, the higher priced. Always it's about price and condition of the house. If the house isn't in good condition, you can sell it, but the seller is going to not make as much money. But our goal is to sell the house at the best price for the seller in the least period of time. That's
Period.
it.
Right.
Period.
You've been selling real estate for 31 years.
Yes.
As you've progressed, how has staging changed the game recently?
That's a tremendous thing. Staging, I'm so glad you asked that question. When I get a house and I go into it, if it doesn't look perfect, I have to make it look perfect, because the buyers are going to go after it, and the seller is not going to get their price. I bring a stager in. You don't necessarily have to change the furniture, but you have to make it look like new. You have to paint, you have to clean out the rooms, you have to take care of the lawn, you have to make the house shine, and the closets have to be done, all the basement has to be cleaned out, everything has to look perfect. I just worked on a house in Dover, then that's only like 12 years old. It's several $1 million. And when I did the open house, people walked in and they said, "Oh, is this a new house?" And that's the goal that you want to have. Oh, is it new?
That must make you proud, right?
That makes you proud,
yeah.
But I have people helping me do it, and that's the most important thing. And the buyers walk in and they're like, "Oh my goodness, this looks so great. I got to go home and clean my house."
Yeah, it's amazing how staging has really kind of changed the game. And it started out in California and slowly made its way across. And now, if you're not staging,
it doesn't mean that you have to buy the furniture to stage it. The empty houses you could stage if it's good furniture. I mean, if the furniture is horrible that you're staging with, or it's not the right size, or it doesn't fit into the house, that could be a detriment to the house. Everything has to be done just right.
And the great phrase that we've used in the past is that the investment into staging is usually less than your first price drop, right? So you're able to gain it back rather than watching the price fall.
Right, and most people, when you go into a house and the seller is so proud of the house, and they say, "Oh my goodness, this house that I live in, I just love, love, love," and then you sort of gulp and you say, "Oh my God, how am I going to tell them to fix things up? How am I going to tell them that they have to clean up the kitchen, they have to clean off the counters, they have to straighten out the bathrooms, they have to do these things, they have to clean the closets, they have to get rid of the junk?" So, I mean, you have to do it kind of gingerly. You have to say, "You know what, we have to make this house look new." So, and then usually they say, "Oh, I can't believe you said that. I want to do it. And then boom, right away.
Joni works her magic. That's when it all happens.
That's when it happens. And I've never had a refusal by people. Never. Some of them want to do it on their own. So if they do it on their own and it looks good, it's fine. But most of them need the help because they want to move to another house. So are they going to take the junk to the next house? No. They're not going to do that.
You need to tap into the 30 years of experience and listen, right?
Yeah, right.
Leave it, get rid of it.
And the buyers love it when they come into a beautiful house. I'm going to be listing something soon, and the buyer said to me, you know what, I've seen your staging. I want you to come in and fix everything up because I want to get my money back from what I bought.
No, that's a great way to do it. You're over in the W Towns area, Weston, Wellesley. It's a very popular part of the greater Boston market. It's a very hard area to penetrate price-wise, right? Is there opportunity to get in under $1 million, or is that tough to do these days?
Well, let me tell you about the W's. A lot of people don't know what the W's are. They're Weston, Wellesley, and Wayland. I assume that's what you're talking about.
Yes, I'm sorry for not being more clear.
Anyway, but if you want to live in Wellesley, Wellesley is a great place to live in. It has 3 stops for the commuter rail into Boston. It has a fabulous town center. It has all the shopping you'd ever need. And then it has terrific schools. So it's everything that you would want. And there's not a lot of towns like that that give you that opportunity. The other town, Weston, which I do love Weston. I lived in Wellesley and I've lived in Weston as well. Weston, if you want a more country feel, and the schools are excellent, but you can have more land. You can have 1.5 acres of land and just feel like you're in the country. You can see people going by sometimes in horseback. It's not particularly a horsey town, but it has a great commute into Boston. The north side, the train goes directly to North Station, or if you want to go to South Station, so you hop over to Wellesley and take one of their towns. Weston is a fabulous place if you're countrified living, and their downtown consists of a supermarket, about 10 banks and 10 real estate agencies. Something like that.
Different feel from Wellesley.
Oh, totally different. Totally different. The minute you cross the line, you see the difference, and they're both great towns. Then there's Wayland, and Wayland is also fabulous. I was just there the other night, and I'll probably be listing something there, hopefully. They have a lot of townhouses and a lot of condos that are more popular priced. And they also have beautiful homes that are on large lots. There's a variety there. Schools are excellent. You can take a train. You can take a train from there also. Well, you'd have to go to Weston to the north side or Natick. So if you feel that the prices are a little bit too high there and you want more bang for the bucks, not the price, but more bang for the house, more land, more house, then you could go to Needham. And I do that with my customers. I'll say, I'm going to take you to another town. That's where you get in, where you need experience, that you have to know all the towns around that you work in all the towns, okay? So going to Needham, they have a terrific town center. They have a lot of new restaurants. They're popping up every other day, and they're good too. They're terrific, and they have wonderful schools, and they have 4 commuter rail stops right into the city.
So very popular for people.
That's popular, and people that are coming in from out of town like it. It's a very friendly town. Another town that is very good, I can't mention all of them, but another town is Natick. You can go into Natick and you could get a lot of bang for the bucks, and they have a new high school, and it's a terrific town. It really is. It's a terrific town as well. They have a town center, and they have the mall. I mean, everybody loves the mall.
Sure, absolutely. You can walk for
the
days
Natick
in that
Mall.
thing.
I mean, you take the kids to the movies, but also the accessibility to the Natick Mall is also from Needham, from Wellesley, from Weston, from Wayland, and from all the surrounding towns. But, you know, Natick is a great town also. I love all the towns. I sell all over. I sell in Newton, I sell in Brookline, I sell in Westwood. I mean, all over.
30 years experience.
31.
How could you not, excuse me, 31. You've covered most of Eastern Mass. Well, thank you, Joni. And if you're looking to connect with Joni directly, if you're out in that area and would like to speak with her about potentially buying or selling your home, you can go to her website at jonishore.com. You're also on Instagram.
Yes.
Joni Shore.
Joni.Shore.
Joni.Shore on Instagram. Remember, this is real estate on Boston.com.